seconds to go. One last gasp for Edmonton. Bouchard's pass didn't click with Draisaitl. 12 seconds to go. Florida trying to end it up against the wall, which would be fitting. 3 seconds to go. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup. For the first time in their 30-year history, the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. They made it about as hard on themselves as they possibly could, battling a valiant Edmonton team that had rallied from adversity all season long. And Paul Maurice, coaching lifer, 30 years in the National Hockey League, has his Stanley Cup.
What the puck is going on?
Here's your host of What the Puck is Going On, Dave Metzger.
All right. Good evening, all. We are back again in the Deep End Broadcasting Studios, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Standard. Steve, how are you this evening?
Good, Dave. It's very cold outside, so very much the hockey feel.
You staying warm?
Yes. Actually, I had to turn the heat up a little bit. The heat was not even keeping up. I had to turn it up a little bit. Get some warmth.
Turning up the heat. Place. All right. And that's what we hope to do tonight. We got a decent little slate for it.
No joke.
A couple games tougher than others, I feel like. But we'll jump into that. Let's get into the it's been, Steve, you can I think you can attest to it as well. It's been tough, probably.
I'm sorry. What was that, Dave?
I said it's been tough sledding here in the NHL.
Yeah, you know what?
As far as handicapping some of this stuff.
So I was thinking about that on the way here, and I've been definitely approaching with caution.
Yeah,
I haven't been getting overly invested in the NHL. Just a couple of small tickets here and there since. I feel like I've won a couple, and I think that's been the right maneuver because just paying attention. I mean, there are games where you just don't get any kind of scoring. So if you're looking for team total goals, like I know we were talking about Saturday, I mean, they've been hard to come by in a lot of instances. You really need to pick your spots, and a lot of teams just inconsistent as all can be. So trying to figure it out has been a little rough. But glad I've kind of pulled back the reins a little bit and kind of been approaching with caution. Ready to find 3 or 4 tonight, though, Dave. We can try to pile on.
Yeah, and I think we can find them definitely, Steve. But that's definitely when you're betting there in the NHL. I feel like we go through this, every season where you have these moments where you can really try and hammer and you put in a little bit more than you would other times, kind of like right now where you pull back the reins a little bit and you play a ticket here and there. But as you said, not getting overly invested until we see some better trends. But yes, Steve, I think we can find them tonight. So let's get into the standings so we can get into that slate. We start here with the Atlantic. Detroit is on top of this division now, 35 points. Tampa Bay in second with 34. Austin also with 34. So we got a tie there between second and third. And then you have Montreal with 33, Toronto with 32, Florida with 30. So they're going to put themselves back in the mix as of late here. Ottawa with 30 and Buffalo still at the bottom with 26. So, Steve, we've had a little bit of movement. I don't remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, if Detroit was leading this division last time we got on the airways here. I think the Atlantic is interesting at the moment to you.
Hey, Dave, I got you a little choppy. Why don't you go ahead and log on off and give the studio a call, and I'll plug you in. Does that sound good?
Okay. Yep.
All right, so we'll drop the feed for Nephew Dave for a second, just from the choppy audio. We'll work on that. I have a feeling it's just because of all the cold weather we are enduring around here. But back to the standings there. As he was saying, let's pull him back up. Yes, Detroit was in first place last we looked. Toronto they've bounced up from the bottom. They were kind of cellar dwelling, but it's taken the Senators now and the Sabres to lose a couple in a row, 3 for the Sabres. That is 2 for Ottawa, sub 500 records in the last 10. So they're able to fall to last place. Now, we only had 7 points separating the top and the bottom last time we were here. And now it's only 9 points. So not that much of a difference in terms of first to last, but 9 points the difference overall with the top spot Red Wings and the Sabres. I think the other surprise to me in there maybe would be the Lightning, now losers of 4 in a row. And Boston, they've been all over the place. Here they are, back up to third after kind of dropping back down after being in first place. So that is the Atlantic. Taking a look at the Eastern division, the Metro division here in the Eastern Conference. The Caps, look at the Capitals all the way onto the top spot now, 39 points for them, 36 for the Canes, and then everyone separated by just 1 all the way down the line after Carolina. It's the Islanders, Penguins, Rangers, Flyers, Devils, and Blue Jackets. Caps winning against Columbus 2-0 the other night. So they playing their best hockey of the season, 8-1-1, and their last 10. The teams struggling are New Jersey right now, just 3-7. And we got Nephew Dave back. Jersey just 3-7 for them in their last 10. So Dave, I was just mentioning that Toronto's done a decent job rebounding. The Lightning, losers of 4 in a row, need to kind of get things squared away, and they're playing tonight on the back-to-back. But they're in the Metro. I mean, we had the Caps who were in last place just a few weeks ago, and here they are top of the Metro. The Metro from top to bottom, 7 points the difference, and still in the Atlantic, still tight, just 9 points the difference from top to bottom, from the Wings to the Sabres. So, in a nutshell, Dave, it's anyone's in the East, right?
Yeah, at the moment, the East is wide open when you take a look at these divisions. Detroit taking the top spot there in the Atlantic. Washington really starting to find their identity. I want to see it for another week or two. They've been playing very, very well in the past couple of weeks. So I want to see that continue, like I said, for another week or two, and then we'll kind of know who they are. And I think they're finding themselves there in the locker room and really now finding an identity. And they showing that they can be, a top contender when they get it all working right. So yeah, it's right now in the East is anybody's ball game, Steve.
The Capitals cranking up the offense has been the recipe for success. I think they were averaging right around 2.5 goals just a few weeks back, but here they are now. After a flurry of goals scored here lately, they have 103 scored in 90 games. So they've righted that ship.
Yes, and a nice plus 28 differential, and that always helps your cause being a top contender.
Right. Hey, go ahead, Dave. You can take over from here.
All right. So what are we in the West here?
Yep. Start the West.
All right. We'll take a look at the Central with Colorado in first place with 48 points. Dallas with 45. They're closing the gap a little bit. Dallas really seems to be finding their way as well. Minnesota with 37. So we have quite the separation from the top of the Central here. Utah has 31. Chicago with 30. They're still feisty, hanging around. Winnipeg, man, that goaltending injury to Connor Hellebuck is seeming to be huge right now. They have 29 points. St. Louis is really, to me, an absolute middle-of-the-road team. They have 29 points, and then Nashville, just everything going wrong for them, 24 points. So, Steve, it seems like the Central, where it's usually really competitive, and it's been one that we've, every season talk about looking closely. It's real top-heavy, and it is not that way.
If it was anyone other than the Stars, the Colorado Avalanche, you feel like would have ran away with this division by now. But, man, give the Stars credit. 8-0-2 in their last 10. They've won 3 in a row. We talked about the Capitals cranking up their offense. Dallas has been able to do the same thing. And just 10-1-4 on the road at our Dallas. So how about that? They've only lost once in regulation on the road. And, I mean, what can you say about Colorado? Again, both of these teams in action tonight as well. Colorado, just 2 losses in regulation since the beginning of the season, which is right at 2 months ago now at this point.
Yeah, and they have yet to lose a home game, Steve, in regulation.
Right.
11-0-2. All right, so in the Pacific, we have Anaheim. They just don't want to let go of the top spot right now. They have 37 points. They're holding on strong at the moment. Vegas with 36. So they've made some ground back where they weren't looking very impressive in the last, couple weeks, or at least the last time we were on the show and the week before that. LA, surprise, surprise, they're right where they always are. Third place in that division, 35 points. Edmonton making a charge. They have 31 points where they were towards the bottom. Now they're definitely in talks to get into the top 3 spots there. San Jose putting up some fight with 31 points as well. Seattle, I thought, was making some ground. Now they're kind of slipping down towards the basement of the Pacific here with 28 points. Calgary, man, what can you say about Calgary? They're still towards the bottom, but they're showing some fight. And, Steve, they may be getting a little bit better, as crazy as that sounds. They've won 3 in a row now, and they're making a case for me to never fade them again, that's for sure. And Vancouver is down there in the basement with 25 points. Rough going for them right now. But, Steve, the Pacific a little bit tighter, and there's some teams trying to make a push now.
Yeah, everyone has some sort of a streak for the most part. You mentioned the Flame streak. The Kraken have lost 6 in a row. The Knights have won 4 in a row, and a couple wins each in a row now for the Kings, Oilers, and the Ducks, like you said, showing that tough mental attitude, holding on to that top spot overall. The Kings with a nice win on the road at Utah. And Edmonton, the offense again, starting to crank up for the Oilers. They look like they're having fun. The games I've been watching, they're red hot. And the Sabres, good luck tonight. That's a buzzsaw they're running into in Edmonton. We'll get to that game here in a few minutes.
Yeah, Steve, and Calgary, they are 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. So I think the recipe is let's let off.
Yeah, I'm off Calgary. I'm off trying to pick against them for the moment.
But for the moment, but I think we can pick it up again, maybe in spots if they kind of come back down to earth a little bit, because they are 5-11-2 on the road, so they're much better at home with a mark of 7-4-2. So maybe we kind of use that calculation to really kind of pick and choose our spots once they come back down here after their winning streak. All right, so let's get right into it, Steve. We got some games to go over here. We will start off with Anaheim in Pittsburgh to take on the Penguins. Why does that sound like a fun game to me? The over-under is 6.5, -102 for the Ducks on the money line. The Penguins are -118. And if we look at the goaltending matchup tonight, all I have is Arturs Silvos for the Penguins. Do you have any other goalies, Steve?
Let me see, but I know Dostal is out, so it should be the other goalie here. Dostal listed on the injury report here, as are several Penguins hurt for this game as well. Let me see what I got for goalie matchups. I'm seeing Silovs, and that's it for right now.
Okay. So I'll tell you what, Steve. First glance for me here, I'm gonna take the over 6.5 at -120. I think these two teams are capable. I know there's a lot of injuries in Pittsburgh, so this game kind of seems like maybe a 5-3 type dealio here with the Ducks winning on the road. The Ducks, for whatever reason, if you go -1.5 for them, let's take a look at that because you're going to get a really good number there.
Yeah, they're going to be Dave. They're going to be Mrazek's on the IR as well, so they're missing both of their goalies tonight, which means they're probably bringing up someone. Let's see, it might be Husso. Ville Husso has a couple of starts now for him, and the other guy will be. I'm sorry, Vyacheslav Butizets will be the other goalie. How about that?
Yeah, I got to think it's probably going to be Husso.
You're right. So, yeah, probably a good angle with that over the way that you're talking.
Yeah, I would go with the over plus 225 for the Ducks on the puck line as well if you're trying to get exotic. But for me, Steve, it's going to be an overplay here.
Yeah, both offenses should be able to get goals, you would think, in this game.
All right. Let's jump to the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the New York Islanders tonight. Over-under here is going to be 5.5, -135 on the road for the Knights, +114 at home for the Islanders. Goalie matchup tonight. I'm seeing Sorokin for New York, and that's all I'm seeing.
Yeah,
now.
That's all I have. So let's
looking
see.
like some game time decisions here.
Let's see. For Vegas, let's see if I can try to decipher this real quick. Well, we got 3 guys. It could be Carter Hart, it could be Schmid, or it could be Hill. So we'll see what it is. Hart is 2-0 for him. Hill's 1-0, and Schmid is 10-2 with 4 overtime losses. So maybe we can get word on that by the end of the show. I'll look again and see what we got.
All right. So this one, Steve, I think I just got to trust Vegas playing a little bit better. -135 is probably where I would land on the money line for Vegas. That just kind of seems to be the simple play. Let's kind of not get too cute with it. Vegas money line -135, but this is a tougher one because I could see a scenario and where New York shows up at home and beats the Vegas Golden Knights. We've seen them do it before where, we thought, hey, this is a good spot. And then the Islanders kind of show you otherwise. So I get somewhat of a feeling for that. So with that being said, I think I would still trust Vegas on the money line overall.
Now, granted, the Avalanche had the flu, but the Islanders are the team to hand them their second loss. They are one of the nicer stories this year, as they were a bottom dweller last year. Now they sit in third, although they're only 3 points from being in the bottom. Like we talked about all show. In Vegas, they're not the worst on the road either. They at least gained points in the overtime. Just 2 regulation losses by Vegas on the road. The problem with Vegas, they're just not scoring. They don't allow a lot, but they don't score a lot. Just 86 goals in 28 games for them.
Right,
which is
right.
about the same with the Islanders, 87-30. So I would just think the under is probably the best play, to be honest.
Yeah,
Both of
I
these
could
teams
definitely see that.
good defensively, and they can't score. So 5.5 appropriate here, I think.
All right. Next game up, and this one, I got a feeling it's going to be a no play. The San Jose Sharks are taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. This one's in Philly tonight. Over under is going to be 5.5 plus 150 for the Sharks on the money line, minus 180 for the Flyers at home. I don't know that I like the Flyers that much more than the Sharks in this game. So maybe a little bit of disrespect there to the Sharks. We have Dan Later in goal for Philly, and Nedeljkovic is in goal for San Jose. I think that's a welcome sign for them. I think he was missing for a few games on their injury list. But Steve, I could see a scenario where San Jose wins this one. But with that being said, for me, with these two teams, it's going to be a no play.
It looks like an under to me, Dave. But neither one of these teams are able to put the puck into the net. They're averaging right about the same as the last two guys that we mentioned. Let's see. Philadelphia is 81 goals scored in 27 games. And San Jose has scored 86 in 30 games. So that's not even 3 goals a clip. They've allowed just 99, good defensively. And the, let's see here. Who am I trying to look for again? Why am I drawing a blank? Who are they playing? Oh, San Jose. That's right. Easy to forget about San Jose. San Jose is, let's see here. Yeah, they've only given up 90 goals a game as well. So both of these teams, good defensively, bad offensively. Maybe that's not the worst little combo if you want to take an under in this game with the under and the Islanders and just kind of bite your tongue and none of the teams go off.
All right, yeah, I like that call. I could definitely see that scenario there. All right, next game on the board. Tampa is traveling to Montreal to take on the Canadiens. We got a little divisional matchup here tonight. Your over-under is going to be 6.5 at a minus 105 for the over and a minus 115 for the under. The Lightning are going to be minus 112 on the road tonight on the money line, while the Canadiens are minus 108. I do feel that this should be a close game here, too, with the way they're playing. The Lightning, like you said, Steve, losing 2 in a row. Montreal, while they can show flashes, they can certainly disappoint as well. So, I don't know. This is one of the tougher ones to handicap to me. Jacob Dubois, I think is how you say that, is in goal for Montreal. And Jonas Johansson is in goal for Tampa. So these teams must play tomorrow night as well. First game of a back-to-back maybe, because those are not usually the starters for them. But, this is why we do this, Steve. With that being said, and the goaltending knowledge that we have, I wouldn't be afraid to play over 6.5 at a minus 105 here.
Tampa actually played last night, Dave. They lost to Toronto. So they're on the back-to-back here.
The Canadians are?
Yeah, they actually might go to their – do you have that goalie listed? Because I was wondering if they were going to make a move to get a third goalie up there.
Yeah, that's who I have,
okay.
Josh.
Okay, gotcha. So I would banged up are the Lightning as well. A little down on their luck. I think I want to lean with the Canadians on their team goals anyway. You always get a good effort from Montreal in front of that home base, fan base. It is going to be a tough venue on the road again for the Lightning tonight. So I'll take Montreal to get to 4 goals tonight. And let's see, they are paying out plus 128 to do so.
All right, I like it. Next game up, we have New Jersey traveling to Ottawa to take on the Senators. 5.5 is your number here tonight with minus 115 for the over, minus 105 for the under. New Jersey's going to be plus 124 on the money line, while Ottawa is a minus 148. So the Senators favored over New Jersey, which you would think is really odd. But New Jersey is running ice cold right now. Losers of 5 in a row. Now, they have been putting in good efforts in those losses, but it just hasn't been happening for them. If you watch their games, they play it close, but they just can't finish it, and things are just not bouncing their way. So Jacob Markstrom's going to be in goal for New Jersey, while Linus Ullmark gets the call for the Senators. Steve, the Senators have lost 2 in a row. New Jersey is just, man, you want to pick on them, but I don't think the Ottawa Senators are the team to do that with. I'm going to leave this game alone.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way. You said it perfectly. You want to fade the Devils a little bit while their luck is down, but the Senators are basically their own little fade right now at this point. They're not even that good at home, 6-5-2, so they don't have that going for them. They could end up being one of the worst teams in the hockey here. I mean, they're only a couple points away from being that right now anyway. So a pass for me.
All right. Yep, I kind of thought that would be the case. So Columbus is the next game up. They are in Carolina to take on the Hurricanes. Tough place to play down there at PNC Arena. Over 6.5 is at minus 108. The under minus 112. The Blue Jackets are plus 170 on the road. Probably rightfully so. Carolina heavily favored at minus 205. Goaltending tonight, you're going to get Jet Greaves for Columbus and Brandon Busey for the Carolina Hurricanes here. Wow. Jet Greaves, he plays strong there in goal. I will say that. He definitely has the tendencies to kind of keep Columbus hanging around in these games. But Steve, I don't know. This is one of the tougher ones too. I've never heard of that goalie for the Hurricanes, so I didn't think they played last night. Let me double check on that. No, they did not. They must have a goaltending injury then. Like I said, that's definitely somebody new that I haven't heard of. So I'm going to see what that's all about. I'd like to play Carolina on the team total if I was to do something here. But again, Jet Greaves, he can be a goalie for Columbus that at least allows them to hang around. So I think I'm going to kind of pull back from this one as well, Steve.
Busey's 8-1 with a 2.21 goals against average this year for Carolina. So
really?
Yeah, he's been as good as Anderson and Kochetkov. Really, I mean, all 3 of the goalies have been fantastic for Carolina. Greaves,
the other 2 goalies are the ones I know.
Greaves is a 2.71 right now. Yeah, he is decent. 7-5. I think this is just a tough spot overall. I think Carolina at home is about as tough of a place to play, like you said. I would think that their record would be a little bit better than what it is, 9-5-1 at home. I just figured this is a game that you almost have to win if you're Carolina, a team who probably hasn't scored as many goals as they would have liked. The right angle here, I can't do it. Give me Carolina with their team goals at home. I can't say I love it, but you just got to take them out their home ice, I think.
Yeah, Steve, I think that's really
compared to everything else. If we're looking for an over, I mean, it's going to be Carolina right now. Besides something in that Ducks game.
All right, so let's jump to the next one. Dallas Stars are in Winnipeg to take on the Jets. The number here is 5.5, minus 130 for the over, plus 110 for the under. The Stars are minus 148 on the money line, while the Jets are going to be plus 124 at home. So that kind of tells you the way things have been going there for the Jets. I only have Casey DeSmith listed, Steve. Do you happen to have the Winnipeg goalie?
Let's see here. I do not. I got Comrie listed.
Oh, okay.
So DeSmith and Comrie. Give me the Stars in this game. Dallas.
Give me the Stars on the puck line.
Yeah, Dallas is red hot. I'll take them for their goals on the road here. Let's see. Over 2.5. Let's see. Over 3.5 is plus 122. Over 2.5 is at, let's see. Oh, it's weird. The 2.5's off the board for some reason on my book. What do you have?
Oh, interesting. What do I have for that?
Yeah, for Dallas.
Let's see here. For 2.5, you're gonna get minus 210.
Okay. Yeah, that tells you everything you need to know. Offense heating up. I'll take over 3.5 Dallas goals tonight in Winnipeg, who is struggling in a unique circumstance as well. They came home after a long road trip, played Buffalo, beat them Friday night, had to hit the road again for Edmonton for a Saturday night game, got pelted in that game. Now they've been back home, resting comfortably in bed, and here come the Dallas Stars, who are red hot. So we'll try to take advantage of Winnipeg at home here.
Yep, I think that's the call. I'm definitely going to play the puck line there on a ticket for sure. So let's go with next game up, Boston Bruins. They're taking on St. Louis. This should be a really nice spot for Boston, you would think. The number is 5.5 tonight, minus 108 for the over, minus 112 for the under. The Bruins are going to be plus 110 on the money line, while the Blues are minus 130 at home. While Boston has been up and down, that's certainly
no Pasternak tonight.
No Pasternak tonight.
Yeah.
I still like the Bruins in this game. I think I would play plus 110 on the money line. We'll take a look at the goalies. They have Swayman in goal tonight against Joel Hofer. So big goaltending. They definitely have the upper hand in that goaltending matchup with Swayman in my mind. So Steve, Give me Boston on the money line.
I think I like Boston as well, Dave. It'll probably be a no play for me. I like the angle that you're taking against the goalie too for St. Louis. I'll put Boston on my board, but if I'm going to look for 3 best plays, I think I can find them elsewhere.
And I do have Pasternak listed as an anytime goal.
Oh, okay. That's be better if he said, okay. I see him as day-to-day, actually. So, yes, I'm wrong. If he's in there tonight, he's in there tonight.
All right, so let's here we go, Steve. Maybe this is one I think I know what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to Buffalo is in Edmonton taking on the Oilers. Buffalo played last night, too, second game of a back-to-back. And now you're hitting, as you mentioned, Steve, the buzzsaw, which is the Edmonton Oilers. 6.5 is your number tonight, minus 122 for the over. plus 102 for the under. Sabres are a plus 180 on the road. Edmonton is a minus 218 heavy favorite at home. Your goaltending matchup tonight, I just have Stuart Skinner listed. Do you have a Buffalo goalie?
Let's see here. I was salivating at the next game. Sorry. So I think I see an angle that I really like that's kind of go unnoticed for the most part for this next game. Let's see. Goalie matchups. I got Stuart Skinner, and that's it.
All right. So what I'm going to do here, Steve, is I'm going to pair that Dallas puck line with the Edmonton puck line at plus 114. This has a blowout written all over it, honestly.
Plus 482 on the payout. That's not too bad, actually, for those two to do that. If I add Carolina to that, I'm now getting plus 1168.
And that's a fun ticket right there.
Although I might be more inclined to take the Carolina 60-minute line, but that is a nice plus number with Carolina. Yeah, I might be interested in that, Dave.
Well, you know what? Here, how about this, Steve? On the next game, if we might have a chance to add another one here, Colorado is in Nashville taking on the Predators. Your over-under tonight is 6.5, plus 114 for the over, minus 135 for the under. Avalanche heavily favored, minus 205 on the road, while the Predators are plus 170. Goaltending tonight, I have Scott Wedgwood for the Avalanche. Do you have a Nashville goalie?
Let's see here. I do not.
All right, so no Nashville goalie as of yet. But Steve, Colorado is a plus 124 on the puck line. I think there's a puck line ticket just dying to be played tonight, it seems like.
I get 27-1 on all four of those teams. I mean, it's chalky. Edmonton, Dallas, Carolina, and the Avalanche. You know what I like about the Avalanche in this game, Dave, is the starting time for this game locally. I mean, at your 9:40 Eastern time, this is going to be late for the home fans. So you wonder how much energy will be in the crowd. And especially if they get down early, that arena could become lifeless. And that's all an advantage to Colorado at that point. The reason for the late start is that it's a TNT game, and there's just nothing really more West Coast of an option other than Buffalo and Edmonton. And I guess Colorado, just better team, number one team in the league, is the one you want to put on TV right now. So weird start time locally for Nashville. I think that can play into the hands of the Avalanche because that's a later start time. That's not going to mess with them anyway.
Right. No, that's a good angle there, Steve. Very, very well put. So that just could be a really, really bad spot for Nashville. And how about that, Steve? Just like that was the end of the list there. I thought there was one or two more.
Yep.
Those games are tomorrow. So with that, let's before we go into the penalty box, let's take a quick look into the futures and see what kind of numbers we have there. We haven't taken a look at that in a while. So what do you want to do? You want to do division or conference?
We can look at divisions. Let's see here. Because everything's up for grabs. And, you're getting Detroit at 16-1. The first place team.
20.
Yeah, you're getting better probably. So there's some upside down numbers to be found for sure. But someone even like the Rangers in the Metro are 17-1, I see. Our Capitals at plus 220. I think you can't play them at the moment. You probably missed out on their number, better number a few weeks back. But let's see. The Canadians plus 850. I like the Detroit number. The Atlantic's such a weird division. Why not Detroit finds their way on top?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's you only really need to play. You could do 3 out of the 4 divisions and leave the Central alone if we think.
Even Toronto at 9-1, as bad as Toronto's been, they could still win that division at 9-1.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Ducks are still plus 850.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad we looked at that, Steve, because there's definitely, if you want to play some longer term NHL to give you kind of an interest throughout the year, I think there's definitely some chances there.
Right now, you could play Ducks, Rangers, Red Wings to win their division, and $10 would win you $4,400 right now.
Yeah, see, I love that. That's a great ticket just to invest $10 in.
And if you do like Red Wings, Capitals, and Ducks, you're still getting a nice big payout. Really, $10 gets you $2,700.
I like that.
Yep.
All right, Steve. Let's. I have my goal scorers put in. We'll go into the penalty box first tonight.
And you're trying to switch 7 guys, Mike. Come on.
You can't do that. That was probably number 10. 2 minutes broken.
82, Tampa, tripping.
All right, I think there's really 2 clear-cut candidates here, but Steve, let me get your penalty box first.
There's a few to me, but I'll throw in that for losing 6 in a row. I'll throw in Seattle right now.
All right, and I'm going to throw in. I'm going to throw in Nashville. I was going to pick Buffalo, but I feel like they're just a little bit better. Nashville just kind of wheels falling off there, and I think they thought they had better personnel or things were going to go differently. But they're not going very well for Nashville, so Steve, they will be put into the penalty box tonight.
I'm losing some trust in the Mammoth too, Dave. I'm not going to lie. As much as
I'm glad you said that.
As much as we want to like them, losing 7-0 to the Kings is a little disturbing.
Yeah, that's a number you don't want to see in a hockey game. Right. That's for sure.
But they did beat the Ducks 7-0, so that tells you the NHL we're dealing with right now.
Exactly, and that's a clear-cut picture, perfect example of what is happening right now. All right, Steve, I have a little 4-leg goal scorers ticket here. What do you got?
Let's see. For goal scorer tonight, go ahead and give me let's see here. I'll take a Dallas Star. Go ahead and give me Rantanen at plus 180. Go ahead and give me Draisaitl at plus 105. I'll keep it a little basic. And give me
mine is too until it gets to the bottom.
And give me Landeskog at plus 250 for the Avalanche.
I like that. All right. I'm going to go with Leo Carlson for the Ducks, one of the young guns at plus 180. We're going to go with Jack Eichel for Vegas at plus 165. We're going to take somebody from Tampa. We're going to go with Brandon Hagel at plus 180. He's been the hot hand for them. And Steve, we had to bump it up, and I could see this guy. He's a defenseman, Evan Bouchard, there for Edmonton with one of the best slap shots in the league. I could just see him drilling one from the point and beating the Buffalo netminder tonight.
I'm going to add on Chris Kreider. He owns Pittsburgh, apparently. So Chris Kreider from the Ducks, 2-1.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, and my picks for tonight, I'm probably going to fire that away. I might just put $10 and that'll be my ticket for the evening. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes on the puck line, the ticket we talked about, Steve, right. The Stars,
right,
the Avalanche, and the Oilers.
I'll back all that, Dave. I'll take them all over their 3.5 team goals as well. And I'll play the same.
Oh, there you go. So maybe we'll play both of them.
Yeah, there you go. All right,
With
there's
us
our goal
now.
scores. Oh.
All right, Steve. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. If you got any program notes before we get on out of here.
All right. Yep. The round robin all this weekend long. Actually, that'll be next weekend when we get Saturday football back. But we'll be on the air 7 a.m. live Sunday morning.
All right. Well, for us in the Deep End Broadcasting Studio, Nephew Dave and Uncle Steve, we'll see you next Tuesday. And good luck on any action tonight.
Good luck, everybody.
What the pup is going on?